I wanted to show you a quick brief video of others dominance, something we analyze in depth on Patreon. But this chart, even though it's not straight like Ethereum, BTC, or any particular altcoin chart, I think it's really, really important. First of all, we have had from December 22 to June 23, the shift here in RSI from very oversold levels, a clear high time frame. This is the weekly shift in the cycle, like for the bottom being in for altcoins. You might think that we are making lower highs and lower lows. This is dominance. It doesn't mean that the altcoin charts haven't bottomed, and in fact, since this reversal, they clearly have bottomed and only making high highs and high lows. This is the dominance. This means the whole market, like Ethereum and Bitcoin mostly, have been outperforming, but since then we can argue that the RSI has found clearly its bottom despite the price, or in this case the dominance, making lower lows, right? So you might think, why is this important? If this could be considered a bullish divergence, it normally considers extended divergence when either the price or the oscillator is flat, right? And we had a similar situation here in the in the 2019 drop here in August, and then the final drop in January, where RSI got to the same level, but pretty much flat. You can see it here, right? So the cycle top was around 75 RSI, so like complete opposite. We can see the top for others, so for all coins, and pretty much coincided with the cycle top for all coins, right? So why is this important? So if we consider this as a potential divergence, even from June 2023, could be like a more than 2 year divergence. Even from this point to this one, it's like a 1 year divergence. It seems to be playing out now, to be reversing, and now it's facing an important level, which is pretty much the bottom, the previous bottom here in 2023, which was resistance here in 2020. It's an important level, right? Some kind of small support here in February. So even from a Fibonacci perspective, from the top to the bottom, we can see that others topped here in the golden ratio in December and March. The dead cat bounce here in August 2022. So it wasn't its time yet. But what I'm seeing is, after these huge potential bullish divergence and the phase we are getting into the market, this could be seen as a huge deviation in the mother of all traps to make people believe this year, from February to now, that altcoins are dead, only to be pretty much like a V-shaped recovery, even though it takes a lot of weeks because it's the weekly time frame. It's almost like a V-shaped recovery, and this could be the bullish divergence playing out, a massive bullish divergence. And remember that we didn't even have that kind of extension in the previous cycle, right? It wasn't so long, and it was here right at these levels when the altcoin market really started pushing. And we can see that others, it was the time that, even though others were climbing, this was the final push, very similar to what we are doing now. So why is this so important? Because I think the reversal for others in this market is in progress, and the moment we flip the golden ratio, you know what could happen, right? It's been a clear resistance. Even here in December, it was like a lower high getting rejected by 0.5. And this looks very much like the trap and the deviation that I've been posting for Ethereum for a long time. And if you pair this with the recent post that I made about Total 3 versus Ethereum, that the Total 3 is looks really bottomed against Ethereum, which was the other way around. Ethereum was dead. Even in the push from Q4 was very small, and it was dead until 1.8k, and then has been running hot almost to 5k, while others and Total 3 were just slowly climbing with the whole market. Now it might be the time for Total 3 to reverse, as the chart suggests, and also others dominance is also suggesting that. So is this the place where people give up the whole year before a massive run for altcoins? We'll see, but I think this chart will really dictate the cycle. So I should I recommend you to keep an eye on this, because it will be key in my opinion.